Hello, in this video I come up with 5 topics. The first topic is Digital Quality of Life Ranking. So this is a global research index that gives ranks to various countries. This is conducted by an organization called Surfshark. So this is a privacy solution provider. So this gives ranking in the field of digital quality of the country. So the parameters it has adopted for giving these ranks are broadly 5. So the first parameter is e-governance. So how good the electronic governance of the country is, and internet quality and internet affordability. So how many people or the overall population that is able to afford to this qualitative internet, and e-security. So e-security is incorporating electronic or digital things in security, like for surveillance or for alarmings. So using digital technology for these fields, that is e-security. And e-infrastructure. So e-infrastructure involves having digital technology into resources like digital libraries. So that could be the best example for e-infrastructure, where digital technology is incorporated to resource, that is library. So this will be taken to people. So this is about e-infrastructure. So the 2020 rankings were out, which measured this digital quality of life ranks of overall 6.3 billion people globally. So this number is huge, which amounts to 81% of the whole global population. And the rank 1 for this year is taken by the country Denmark. So Denmark holds the first rank, and the rank of India is 57. So overall there are 85 countries that are chosen to take ranks from. So out of 85, India stands at 57 and Denmark stands first. So the next topic is Harit Path. So Harit Path is basically a mobile app. So this mobile app is done by Ministry of Road Transportation and Highways. So we have this ministry for looking after transports and highways of roads, and with the help of National Highway Authority of India, we have this public sector unit called NHAI. So with the help of NHAI, this ministry has developed this particular mobile app of Harit Path. So as the name itself says something, we can say that this is about plantations. So plantations along highways. So this is to monitor or look after or develop plantations all along the highways all over India. So this is basically monitoring the things like location of the plant and species of these plants, and how well they are maintained along the highways. So this is all what it monitors. So for this reason, it had done this sectioning of field units. So each field unit will have a set of plants, and the head will be looking after all the maintenance of these plants. So this is about field units, and the overall information that it gathers out of this monitoring of things will be uploaded for every 3 months. So the uploading will be done in a digital platform called Data Lake. So this is a database that is maintained by NHAI. So this is artificial intelligence powered database called Data Lake. So in this particular platform, we can have this uploading of the condition of plantations along the highways for every 3 months. So the next topic is Ek Sankalp Bujurgo Ke Naam. So Bujurgo is about elderly people. So Ek Sankalp Bujurgo Ke Naam is a campaign. So this is a campaign headed by Madhya Pradesh State Police. So the state of MP has come out with this particular campaign for the first time, in which police personnel, the police will be involved in looking after the food and health requirements of COVID-19 sick people who are very elderly and who are helpless. So these people who are elderly and helpless, they need help because they have no one to look after or no guidance what to do when they get the disease. So in order to cater to these particular group of people, the police have come forward with this campaign of Ek Sankalp Bujurgo Ke Naam. So this has started for the first time in Madhya Pradesh recently, and the motto of this is Desh Bhakti Jan Seva. So this is the motto they have officially given out for this particular campaign. And the next topic is BWM project. So this is Bundelkhand Water Management Project. So Bundelkhand is a place, a region that is mainly occupied by central and north India. So the two states that occupy this place, this region, are Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. So mostly it is in Madhya Pradesh. So these two states occupy this place, and this place has got some prominence that it is having a problem of water crisis. So we see regular news about water crisis problems in this region. So for this reason, Uttar Pradesh state has taken a initiative. So about that we have it in news now. So the three focus points of this particular project are water conservation. So this is the target, and efficient transportation. So how to have this water transported to various regions. Basically this has got 7 rivers and 20 dams. But apart from having these many setup, this much of setup, it is unable to give a good water supply. So efficient transportation and advanced agricultural practices. So thereby with the good transportation mechanism of water, we must look after the irrigation projects in agriculture. So these are the three focus points that BWM project is looking after. But as I have told you, this is facing severe water crisis. The Uttar Pradesh government has taken a step to have an agreement with the country of Israel. So Israel has come forward to help us, and the agreement is basically, the overall agreement was talking about solving water crisis in this region. So Israel is helping this Bundelkhand water management project to solve the water crisis in that region. So this water crisis is basically for a reason that this region is having a topography that is unfit to have a good groundwater table. So there is a granite topography. So thereby the water, rainwater cannot go through the soil. So there is water crisis in that region. And the final topic for today is Atal New India. So Atal New India, we know Atal Innovation Mission. So under Atal Innovation Mission by NITI Aayog, Atal New India is working. So this is under Atal Innovation Mission. This is started by NITI Aayog. This is to bring new innovations and technologies so that are relevant to people. So to solve some social problems that people are facing, this is aiming at bringing new innovations and technologies. The aim of Atal Innovation India, Atal New India, Atal Innovation Mission is to solve the problems in core areas. So core areas are those in which that will have direct impact on people. So there are some areas that will have direct impact on people's lives, like you can say agriculture, housing and urban affairs and things like that. So to solve problems in these core areas and to generate employment. So these are basically the two aims of Atal New India under AIM. And for this reason it partners with various ministries. So Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and whatever ministry has got whatever problems that are needed to be solved on people's part, this Atal New India partners with those ministries and takes up those problems and helps the people to come out of those problems. And some examples of its new innovations in this view are climate smart agriculture. So however bad the climate is, to give out good agricultural output, so this is a new innovation it is working at. And fog vision system. So this is for safety of road transport and rail transport. So fog is something which gives interruption to the transportation. So it has come up with fog vision system. And alternate fuels. So in order to give away with fossil fuels, this is coming up with finding or innovating, discovering any new alternate renewable energy fuels. So, and the last one is portable water test. So how qualitative the portable water is. So that testing thing is also innovated by Atal New India. So there are so many other examples like this. So these are the main new recent take-ups of Atal New India. So these are the 5 topics for today, and thank you.